Hello, everybody. Welcome to Keep Tapping X's review of Avengers Endgame.
No, this is the
Man.
spoiler review.
This is the spoiler review. So
Okay, well, let me say it.
I mean,
yeah.
Give me a fucking chance.
No.
Marvel spoiler band is up, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, tons
Oh,
of spoilers ahead.
Yeah, I like how they were like, all right, Monday's the day. If you haven't seen it, you're throwing you in the sharks.
You won't get arrested if you announce spoilers now.
Hello, Blake.
What?
Saying hello.
What do you want from me?
Hello,
Are you
David.
the IRS?
And I'm Colby.
Uh-huh.
And we're here to talk about Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
And this is, as we said, spoiler-filled review.
The most hype movie in existence. Close to surpassing Avatar.
Yeah, it's like...
It's right there.
Have you seen, like, the memes?
Oh, yeah, I've seen all the memes.
So, I mean, really, there's not much to prepare for here. I mean, I guess what's good to open with is how important this movie is to some people.
Yeah, incredibly.
And why that may be. I mean, we're talking a movie that spanned, or that has been in the works for 21, 22 movies.
Yeah.
This is the 22nd movie.
So 21 movies have been leading up to this.
The culmination of everything for 11 years.
Yeah. And that's insane, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is the biggest movie event to ever happen.
Yeah.
As of right now. Were you guys there since the beginning?
Oh, yeah. Since 2008.
No.
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 No?
No. 'Cause I either just didn't care or, like, just, like, I was just kind of let it pass me.
Yes.
Because I remember I saw Iron Man.
Yeah.
At my uncle's house via DVD.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, what year this was, but it was, like, it was on DVD, so it was obviously not when it came out in
Right.
theaters.
Yeah.
And then we saw Iron Man 2 in theaters.
Yeah, we saw Iron Man 2 in theaters.
So
I saw Iron Man 1
that's
in
when
theaters.
it really, like, when Iron Man 2 came out, then it was all smooth sailing.
So Iron Man 2 is what really got you into it?
No, it was just, like, that's what, like, I planted my feet down, and I was
okay.
like, this is where I continue my journey,
Yeah.
you know?
I would agree.
And then I didn't watch Thor the Dark World.
You didn't
Yeah.
watch Dark World?
No, I've seen it since.
Oh, okay.
Like, 3 times.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. But.
I don't know if I saw Dark World in theaters or not. I mean, I want to say I didn't spend money on that trash
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know if I actually started watching them all in theaters, starting with Iron Man 1, but I think I might have.
I think I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
God, it was so long ago, guys.
I know, it really was.
It was so long ago. But we're here now.
Yeah.
The end game.
Mhm.
The freaking finale of it all.
Yeah. Finally.
At least this, Infinity
The
Saga.
Infinity
Yes.
Saga.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the end. Spider-Man's the end.
Right. Well, I mean, let's not say we did. So, let's go right into it. Do we want to do like a play-by-play into it? If we even have something like that prepared, or are we just gonna
Let's just jump in.
Tally-ho?
What?
Okay.
What was?
Real quick.
Yeah.
Very, very brief.
Okay.
Did you like Infinity War?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
It was
Also,
great.
real quick, is this a good continuation? Second part of Infinity War.
It's better.
Oh,
That's a hot take.
Hot take.
I don't know. Maybe I have more of the hot take. I don't really think it wasn't better than Infinity War, but it was good. It was definitely good.
Okay.
I have nitpicks.
As we know, we're definitely going to be referring to Infinity War
Yeah.
throughout this.
Because, like, you can argue it's just one big fucking 5-hour movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which, I mean, that's one thing. Maybe we'll wait till the end to say this, but keep this question in the back of your head, and we'll ask at the end if we remember. Is this a good 5-hour movie? Like, is this if you had both Infinity War and Endgame, if they match up together at the end? So, I mean, big plot points here. Right at the beginning, we get Hawkeye family opening. An opening I thought was very good.
Yeah, it was like a cold open.
Yeah.
You know?
I liked it.
Man got toasted.
Yeah.
And man, they sold the acting. I think I read this. I think his daughter is one of the Russo brothers, family, like kids or something.
Yeah.
She did well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool seeing her like doing the bow practice thing.
And he's like,
and,
"Oh, you're a
and-
Hawkeye."
and he's like, "Who puts mayonnaise? I thought
Yeah.
like whatever."
Two
That's
mustards,
disgusting,
please.
kid.
Yeah. make it one. And so I thought that was a very good opening. It was good to convey like that personal stakes in it again, right? Like we got a lot of that at the end of Infinity War, so it was good to feel that, to get us back into what the tone of this movie is supposed to be at the beginning. And what happened right after that? Did they kill Thanos?
Well, no.
Right?
Tony was in space.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Him and Nebula are best of friends, although we never see him talk ever again.
Yeah.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Weird.
Yeah.
They're just like,
you think like she'd be like the new aunt, you know?
Yeah, something like that.
Like, you know, like,
But-
I owe you my life.
Yeah.
It's like,
Though
nah.
I did really enjoy Nebula as a character in this movie.
Yeah, she was really good.
Mm-hmm.
hot take.
Yeah, I know. You hate her guts.
So like her character's fine. I hate how she's portrayed. She always talks like this, and I can't open my mouth at all when I speak, even when it's normally like.
That's true. That's a good point.
It grates on me, guys. It grates on me. I don't care for it. But I thought she was fine.
Yeah.
I think she did way more than Gamora.
That's true.
I mean, she was dead.
Yeah. But we got second Gamora.
We got 2014 Gamora, baby.
Good workaround for the Soul Stone, but I guess we'll get to that as we.
My biggest nitpick in this movie.
What of the
time travel, man?
Oh, all right, hold on.
We'll get to that.
We'll get there.
So yeah, we have Tony Stark, and he's like about to die.
Yeah, he's
And
like a
then-
little skinny boy.
And Captain Marvel comes in. Do we want to talk about Captain Marvel now or later?
Well, I mean, there's only 2 points in the movie where we can't talk about her. So I mean,
Post haircut, pre haircut.
yeah.
I mean, like, I guess people who didn't see Captain Marvel are like, how did she know to get there? So the post credit scene for Captain Marvel is like they have the little device that
the pager
that Sam Jackson
Yeah.
dropped,
Yeah.
Nick Fury, and they're like, oh, we can't get to work, and then she's like, where's Nick Fury? And then it ends.
Yeah.
And I thought, I believe the end credit scene for Ant-Man was just like an actual clip from Civil War, because that was the beginning of
Okay.
Ant-Man was the end of Phase 2, Civil War was the beginning of Phase 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like a clip from the movie. It wasn't like a
it was almost like a trailer.
Yeah,
So you
Pretty
thought
much.
that's what this was gonna be? And
I
kinda
thought
did too.
this part was
Yeah.
actually going to be in the movie.
Yeah.
But then Captain Marvel was just there, so I guess that just happened off screen, like all their introductions.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, how are you?
Hi,
I'm fucking Carl
Yeah.
Danvers,
Weezer.
Devers.
Yeah. Which is weird because I know everyone watches the end credit scene anyway, but that means if you didn't watch the end credit scene of Captain Marvel, then you wouldn't really understand the beginning of Endgame when she is already there.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess at the end of Infinity War, the pager was activated.
Yeah.
but
That's
like
the end credit
then she would have
scene.
just been there. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she
Kinda
just was anyway.
yeah.
Yeah. Very true.
How does she find Tony? Maybe they had
Well,
a beacon.
I assume because Rocket knew they were going to Titan, right? So I assume it was like, all right, just go up the area, I guess.
It's space.
Yeah, but she can fly.
You
bro.
can't it's not like a football field. They're like, I'm just gonna do a perimeter around. It's infinite in all directions.
Maybe it was like, all right, okay, go from Titan, where's Earth, and then just go in that direction and
So,
see if you can find them.
I would have. I assume
It took
I don't
like
think this
20
is right.
days. So,
Yeah,
you know.
I assume it's like there's a distress beacon like on every spaceship and every sci-fi thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I would believe like she found the distress beacon, but she doesn't have a device. She's not a spaceship.
Maybe she got one.
But she's
From
Captain
Rocket.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she comes back, she saves them.
Yeah.
And then they talk for. Tony's like, "Don't help me,"
Where's my cheeseburgers?
Yeah.
I need a shave.
Yeah.
And all fun. And he's like telling Cap, he's like, "I needed you, and you weren't there."
And then they did some callbacks to Age of Ultron where like we need a shield around the world.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Mhm.
And after that, Tony takes a nap,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're like, "We're just gonna go fuck up Thanos."
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Which I was kind of like when that first happened. I was like, wait, what?
I was really happy about
yeah, they
it.
found
Yeah.
him.
They just Thanos is like, Farmer Jenkins.
Yeah, bro, they roll up on that man.
Yeah.
He was in his crib. He was making dinner.
He was making
Yeah.
soup.
Spices.
Yeah.
And it was like,
They shot he's like Two-Face now.
yeah.
He's like burnt on half his body.
Uh-huh.
And then
Yeah.
they're just like, yo, what up?
Yeah, so they come in, they break in, and they start fucking up.
Mhm.
It's like that. Oh fuck! It's like that. There's a funny like meme going around where it's like Thanos making breakfast, and then it's the video of the kid getting his ass beat on like the basketball court playground. Like,
Fight back!
Fight back! Fight back! So they just wail on him, and then they hold him down. It's like the main crew.
But not Tony.
Yeah, but not Tony. And they're coming and just like, all right, fix it. And he's like, bitch. And they take off
they
the
chop his
Infinity
hand
Gauntlet.
off.
Yeah, oh yeah, they just chop his hand off.
Yeah.
No more stones. And he's like, I broke them, bitch.
Yeah,
And it
he
almost killed
used
me.
he was like, I used the stones to destroy the stones.
Yeah, they gone, bitch.
Yeah. That's why his face is all fucked up.
Yeah.
Then they were like, okay, what do we do now? And Thor's like, fuck! And just,
He's like, I went for the head.
yeah, he's like, what
What
did you do? For the head.
Yeah.
So,
Chops Thanos.
and Thanos is dead within the first 10 minutes of this movie.
Yeah, it's a wrap, my dude.
He's gone.
Yep.
That's, I was excited when it happened because
Yeah.
I was like, now what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
What is happening
Yeah,
right now?
that
Like,
was
who is the
awesome.
villain? How could they?
I mean, I wasn't that naive.
Wow. Okay.
If you look at any trailer, you see Thanos.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Or if you've known anything about this movie, there's time travel
Yeah.
shenanigans.
Wow. Okay.
No, but I mean, yeah, you know.
Whatever. Anyway.
But I guess if you're Colby,
Yeah,
I
you're
guess
Colby
I
and a
guess if your
fucking
IQ
dumbass.
is fucking 4, you grade
saying,
school
like,
fucking elementary
I don't know who
idiot.
you thought it'd be.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was like some weird like crease. I don't know, dude. Maybe it was like an image of him. Maybe Ultron's back.
Oh man.
I don't. Anything's possible. So, what happens right after that?
time skip.
Yeah, we do. Oh yeah, 5-year
Yeah.
time stamp.
5
Yeah,
years.
5 years.
Everybody's coping, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of coping with this post-world. Half the people are dead.
Uh-huh.
Everything's all kind of fucked up,
Yeah.
or at least everything's just dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no. Well, they said like everything's cleaner because like the oceans are cleaner. And,
Yeah, the streets ain't clean.
yeah, but like the world looked like dark.
Well, I think it was just like nighttime, or it was like dusk or
Nighttime.
dawn or
It's
something.
dreary now because
Yeah.
everyone's dead.
Or half the people are dead.
Yeah.
Cap is an AA.
Yeah.
Well, he's hosting it.
Yeah,
Or like vanished anonymous or something. VA maybe.
yeah.
don't
Because
know.
I guess there's no
whatever it
more evil to fight. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Cap's like, whatever, man. I'm just gonna talk to the
I mean, half the
Russo
evil
brother
died.
that's
Yeah.
in this meeting.
There was one of the Russo brothers, and then there was the creator of Thanos.
Yeah.
He was in that.
Yeah, that's right,
Same
he
meeting.
was.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
And that which was actually a good scene.
Yeah, it
him
was.
just telling that we just had hope.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah. Mhm.
You saw it twice, Blake. What happened after here? This is a long movie. This movie lasted a while.
It was 3
Yeah.
hours
So
and
I
2
know
minutes, baby.
this may not be in the specific order, but we have the possessed van of an Ant-Man just like been like
Yeah, Ant-Man.
locked up in a cage.
So a
and-
rat saved Ant-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess
So-
in one of like the 14 million possibilities Doctor Strange was talking about, the rat didn't press the right button.
Yeah.
So
It's like, damn. And so we got Paul Rudd comes out.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd's the
He's
best.
back. He is.
He's
So
the best. He hates Paul Rudd.
in this movie,
Oh, really?
this movie,
Yeah.
I really liked Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I actually was like, wow, he's
Paul Rudd.
different. Like he's like he has this dumbass charisma to him.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I
Time
I
heist.
hate him in Ant-Man and Ant-Man the Wasp, but you know, because I don't care about Paul Rudd, and
Mhm.
everybody
Yeah,
loves
yeah.
Paul Rudd because he's Paul Rudd, but no one
Listen,
could ever
that man
tell me.
is timeless. He does not age.
It's
You
true.
know that
He's
is
might as
true.
well be
It's true.
14 right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Mhm.
But every time I say like, why do you like Paul Rudd? Everyone's like, it's Paul Rudd. And I'm like, what?
What does that mean?
Oh, he's funny.
Yeah.
So, but in this movie, he was really funny.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
good, and it was first plot hole. His
Yeah.
daughter aged about 10 years.
Yeah. In these 5
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Well, how old was Cassie in Ant-Man
She
and the
was like
Wasp?
9.
Hey, I had to have been like 8 or 9.
She didn't look 14.
She was
I can tell you
clearly
that.
in
Yeah.
elementary school as we
Yeah.
see him.
She looked at
infiltrate.
least like 17.
Yeah.
She looked like she was like 19, like going to college.
did.
Like,
I think wasn't that the actress of Grown Up Cassie someone specific? I think they like added her in for a reason.
I didn't recognize her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It was Morgan Webb.
Yeah, it was
So-
Morgan Webb. She's back.
Yeah,
Straight
I
from
think the
G4.
I think the only thing we miss between those scenes is it shows Black Widow and Cap talking about how everything sucks.
Yeah, and then
And
like,
they're like, where's Clint?
yeah,
Yeah.
Don Cheadle's like, he killed the whole cartel. I don't want to go and see that shit. Yeah, then he's like, find him, find out where he's going next. He's like, and then
And
goes
don't
away.
forget,
Yeah.
Captain Marvel. She cut her hair, and then she was like,
I like the haircut.
"I'm leaving."
It
Yeah.
looks cool.
She left.
Yeah, oh yeah, she looks
Cool
great.
yeah,
with
she
the
looked
haircut.
great.
Yeah, she looks
She looked
great.
great.
Yeah, it's just like, we have problems happening here. She's like, there's problems happening all over the universe. What are you gonna do, Captain Marvel?
And no
What are you
one
gonna
can
do?
help but me.
Yeah.
So bye.
I guess that's one way to like write her off.
When did she
Yeah.
become? I might have missed this.
Uh-huh.
When did she become the Universal Protector?
When she helped the British space guys
The British space guy.
who are like quirky
Uh-huh,
and make jokes.
The scrolls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't remember her like
Yeah.
claiming like I'm gonna save the universe.
Can I? All right. Can I just get my Captain Marvel?
Are we? Is this
Thing
it?
out of
Is
the
this what
way.
we're gonna talk about?
Can I just?
Hey, why not?
All right.
now that
all
we
right.
mentioned the Universal Protector or whatever. So in this movie or in these movies, they made her way overpowered.
That's why she's on
she-
screen for 10 minutes.
Yeah, which okay makes sense for okay. That's how they write off in this movie.
Uh-huh.
Are they just gonna write off like that in every movie? Because in the Spider-Man trailer, they kind of did the same thing. They were just
Yeah.
like, she's unavailable. Are they just gonna say that every time now?
It's
Yes.
Because like, why
true.
wouldn't she just come back and help?
Because Earth isn't the only Earth in Earth.
Man, it's just
What she says.
Welcome to
I
Earth.
don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like her personality.
Yeah, Yeah.
Like I got
or
it
lack
in
thereof.
in her movie.
Mm-hmm.
For her to be like this kind of hard ass felt respectable, or rather, it felt appropriate
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
because she's around these people. She doesn't really fully fit in. She has to be a hard ass.
Yeah.
But she smiled at Stan Lee.
I don't even want to talk about that right now. I don't.
She's
Even,
like-
that's a whole tangent. No, she's like. Anyway,
You're gonna edit that smile in, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
So, but in here, everybody's like respectable. They're in like a desperate position and everything, and she's just like
An
a
asshole.
bitch.
Yeah.
She's really not cool.
She
man.
seems like she's full of herself, but is it deserved though?
no.
She can whomp everybody.
Yeah, but like that's like the bully coming into the room and being like,
Yeah,
I can
it
do
is.
whatever the fuck I want, and like shoulder checking you.
Yeah.
I mean, she was like, "All right, I'm gonna go kill Thanos," and then she was like, "Boop, doop, doop," and people were like, we can't do this as a team, dude.
Yeah.
So like,
She's-
she has, check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you won't get this, Blake, to
Okay.
full extent. But
Uh-huh.
David,
Uh-huh.
she is the equivalent of the D&D player who
Uh-huh.
min-maxes all hell and is overpowered in everybody wants to do like their fun thing in the group.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I'm just gonna go fight the boss because I'm better. Like I'm just gonna go fight.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, well, we kind of want to like work together and like like the
Have
cleric
fun.
does this and like the rogue's
Yeah.
gonna go in and do that. And be like, fuck that! I'm just gonna go in and like hit him.
Yep.
Like, that's what Captain Marvel is.
Pretty
and
much.
Nobody likes that player.
Then she gets mollywopped by
Yeah.
Thanos.
Well,
Gets freaking backhanded. She's like, all right, I'm done.
no. Well, it was like he headbutt her,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Ha!" And then he took the Power Stone and punched her right in the dome,
Yeah.
and then she was out.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't like her smirk. Like her whole like
Yeah. The Brie Larson smirk. Yeah.
I think
They-
she's supposed to be a smug asshole.
but like
I
you
don't
know
think you're supposed to be like, "Wow, she respects
no
us."
you know who's a likable smug asshole?
Tony?
Tony.
Yeah.
He's like the most likable
Well, it's
smug
because he's
asshole.
funny and he has charisma.
She doesn't.
I know.
So they wrote her bad.
Yeah.
They just wrote her bad.
I agree.
And also getting off of Marvel, back onto Marvel. There was also what's her name? Who's the other Wakanda, like the leader of Wakanda over there?
The bald lady.
Yeah. Sorry. Her name.
Oh, Okoye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okoye?
Yes.
She mentions in her meeting with them, she's like, the earth is like shaking, there's like tremors and like these plates
Yeah.
shifting and stuff. And then it's never addressed again.
Yeah.
No, it was just like an
Is it just a
earthquake.
natural disaster?
Yeah, and then ScarJo's like, "How are you gonna deal with it?"
Yeah, she's like,
And he's
I
like,
don't know,
"By
it's
not
Earth."
dealing with it."
Mm-hmm.
Why even bring it up?
Yeah.
It's probably just a funny, quirky line.
I don't know.
Yes.
Half of that scene is like throwaway lines.
It's true. That is true.
You know?
It's just to say the world sucks.
yeah.
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 I suppose
It is
so.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so we did that meeting and then she's making a PB sandwich,
Mhm.
whatever.
Then Ant-Man shows up.
Well,
He's like, Hey, remember me?
Hold on.
What?
We get an important like Cap Star
Remember
Black
me?
Widow moment when like they're talking about like this is kind of like foreshadowing like her sacrifice.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
just like what do we do? Like
Yeah.
you know what we made for and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I thought it was a good scene when her and Cap are talking.
Oh, me too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good scene.
It's like super somber.
Yeah.
Like they know their situation.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
again, when you know what happens to Black Widow later,
Yeah.
spoiler, she dead.
Yep.
It if you go back and watch it, it probably makes a lot more sense. I don't know.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, and then Paul Rudd says, "Yeah, you remember me, Ant-Man? We met at the
Germany
airport." Yeah.
Is this a recording? This is the front gate. And then he's like, time travel,
Yeah.
quantum realm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in there for 5 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Even
this
for
is when
5
the
years.
movie
Yeah.
gets weird.
Yeah. That is when time travel gets introduced.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do we do this? And then like, we need Tony.
Yeah, we need somebody
Yeah.
who like gets this.
Yeah.
Don't know why Tony, expert in robotics, engineering, and
Yeah.
whatnot, is an expert now
He's
on.
just a smart boy.
you know,
Yeah. I think they just think of the smartest people they know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go for Tony.
Yep.
And Tony's like he has his summer home
Yeah.
on the lake.
Yeah.
And he's got a daughter.
Morgan.
Yeah. Him
Morgan.
And Pepper Potts got a daughter.
Oh.
He fucks. Tony Stark fucks.
Correct. Yep.
And his daughter's so cute.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
great.
I love you 3000.
We also see that he's making a suit for Pepper.
Yep. Which is pretty
Um,
sweet.
And it's a nice like
Blue.
cerulean like cobalt color. It looks
Blue.
great. And they're just like, Tony, we need your help. And he's like,
No.
nah, I got family now.
Yeah. He's like, this is my best timeline. Go
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. And then he's like, no, but like Back to the Future. And he's like, that's not how it works.
Yeah. Which I'm kind of glad they didn't explain time travel in this. They were just kind of like, it's not like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Like it won't affect us. Let's just do it.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
like
yeah,
all
okay.
the Bill and Ted references
Yeah.
later on.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Hot Tub
Yeah.
Time Machine, the biggest one.
Yep.
So he says no, and they go off, and so they enlist the help of their number 2 scientist.
Yep.
Professor Hulk.
Yes.
What a great scene.
Yeah.
So they get him in a diner.
So I got spoiled on this because there was a meme where it was like Gohan and Dragon Ball Z and it's Angry Hulk, and then it's Gohan and Dragon Ball Super and it's Professor Hulk.
Yep.
I'm
kinda
like, this sucks.
I got spoiled on this kind of like a long time ago, like a year ago,
Mm.
and they showed like concept art of Professor Hulk and like the time travel scene.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
oh,
I've seen that.
yeah,
Yeah, I just didn't see him with the glasses.
yeah,
what do you guys think of Professor Hulk?
He's the best.
yeah.
He's
He's
great.
pretty cool.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I like when he dabbed. He was like
Yeah.
Hulk
Yeah,
dab.
yeah. He's a really awesome character. I'm a little sad we didn't get to see Hulk smash again in this movie.
Yeah, he
But-
did. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Hulk smash."
Yeah, but I mean, like really
Uh,
smash.
I was really hoping he'd duked it out with Thanos one
Same.
more time.
He
Same.
got whomped by the
I know he
gauntlet,
needs his
my dude.
vengeance.
all he needed was to get angry about Black Widow dying, but he didn't for some reason.
Yeah, I kind
When
of.
they-
Hey, then
they-
he threw a bench.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be
but,
fair,
like-
he's like everybody else in this movie besides Clint. No one gave a shit that Black Widow died.
Yeah, no one cared.
No, he was like, "Where's Nat?"
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
zoomed up
And then-
in on his Hulk face,
and
and
then
then,
they-
he was like,
Yeah, he got
That's
sad
it.
and like
GG.
gently hit something, and then that was it. And he didn't mention her again until he snapped.
he wasn't even with.
"Did you care?"
I mean, not
No.
really.
Exactly.
But
Why
I
we-
wanted
why
Hulk
we
to
talking
care.
about
Because I wanted Hulk to get mad.
Because she's getting a movie and nobody cared that she died.
What?
Yep.
It's a prequel. Who cares about prequels?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But Professor Hulk was cool.
yeah, but we
Mhm.
had Professor Hulk. We had a really funny scene with him and Paul Rudd and
Yeah,
kids.
that
Super
was
fun.
great.
It's like, take the picture.
Um,
He's like, I don't want the picture. Take your goddamn phone.
So they're just like, all right, we're just gonna test it. We're gonna try time travel and get
Uh-huh.
all this stuff together, and they're having trouble doing it.
Mhm.
And Tony Stark just solves time travel
Yeah.
in like
Yeah.
he's just like casually like
It's kinda
"Hey, this
like-
works, simulation."
Like that scene. I forget which. It might have been like Iron Man 1 or 2. Where No, it's Iron Man 2 where he creates
The
the
new
element.
Yeah.
And he's like, I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm Tony Stark.
In that one, you see him work a little bit, just a little, but he
Yeah.
works a little bit. This one, he's just like,
Run diagnosis.
he's just like, yeah,
Diagnostic.
he's just sitting down in a chair, like, just do the thing, Friday. And she's
Yeah.
like, it worked, and he's like, shit. And then the daughter's like, shit.
Yeah.
And then
It's
we get a-
extortion.
I liked his original response though of I just want to like not tell anyone about this and like bury it or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
cool.
And then Pepper was like, I don't know.
I love Tony throughout this entire movie.
Yeah, same.
He just makes sense in everything he says.
Uh-huh.
Like his emotions feel like validated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
His motivations are validated.
Mhm.
not to say that not everybody else's was. Like I think Captain America was really good in this movie too. Probably my favorite way he has been portrayed. Because he isn't super hokey optimistic. You know, he's kind of like taken a step back and realized that like if he is so optimistic about everything, he's just kind of blinding himself to it. So he's pretty realistic about how he approaches matters. And he's funny.
Yeah, he has America's ass.
And he's got America's ass. So Tony comes in and they're like, all right, time to do some time travel bullshit.
Yeah.
And crew comes together, I don't know, training montage. Oh, forgot about Shaboy.
Thor?
Oh, yeah.
So they get the crew back together. They get Hawkeye. He killed some Japanese folks, but they got him.
Yeah. That was a cool scene.
Did they Ronan? Did they call him Ronan in this movie?
No.
I don't remember. No.
Like, they don't call Scarlet Witch Scarlet Witch. They don't call Hawkeye Hawkeye.
Yeah, that's true.
That weird. Yeah. They just call him Clint.
Yeah.
But, he's, like, slaying Yakuza. And it's a really cool sword fight that happened, you know, very brief. And then, you know, Black Widow's like, I saved the world.
I'm sorry I didn't give you hope sooner.
You need to come home.
No.
And then he does.
And then they get Thor when they go to New Asgard.
Yeah, so Hulk and Rocket go get Thor.
Yeah.
In the place where Odin was like, this could be Asgard.
Yeah.
And it's like Iceland or something.
It's like in Norway or something.
Yeah.
Norwegian.
Appropriate.
Yeah. And then we see that Valkyrie survived.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see Korg.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, wanna play some Fortnite? Hey man.
Yeah, they're freaking playing Fortnite on the couch, and it's just like,
all right,
listen here, Noob Master 69.
Yeah. I will fly to your home and destroy you where you stand. Let me know if he hurts you or says anything else.
Thanks, Thor.
I mean, did anybody cringe when they showed Fortnite?
A little.
A little.
Tiny little bit.
Like, I know, like, they have the collaboration. Yeah. Obviously, but I cringed.
That's true. It'd be funny if he was playing Thanos, but that'd be a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
So,
Thor's fat.
Thor. Yeah, he's fat.
Yeah.
He's a drunk, fat slob who only cares about his cable.
Yep.
I think Thor has gone through the most transformations in the MCU.
Easily. Yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel about this particular transformation? I have things to say, but
I like it.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it did its job.
Okay.
But I was a little like, all right, can he like come back now? Because he kind of stayed that way like the entire movie.
It felt I could see the behind the scenes of we can't have Thor one shot Thanos when Thanos comes back.
Yeah.
Because
so let's make him
he
fat.
almost did. Yep. And he had all the stones.
Yeah.
So like if he's facing him without the stones,
that's true.
He'd just whomp him.
Yeah.
So he has to be like depowered, you know?
Yeah.
What's really rough about that though is Thor has kind of gone through his redemption arc already.
Yeah.
Like that's what Ragnarok was kind of about. Like Ragnarok was him finding his true power, you know?
Yeah.
And even Infinity War, like making his new axe making his axe was like him moving past and like becoming just like a better person.
Yeah.
This step back, it felt kind of like when he was his grief with his mother. Like I understand, but not in the context of where it was placed. Him being upset about his mother should have been a thing that was established in Ragnarok, because we never hear anything about this guilt in Ragnarok.
We do in Thor 2. You know when it happens.
Right. In the worst Thor. And,
I mean, like, it's not. I mean, like,
but
you're gonna still be upset if your mom's dead.
Well, yeah, I get that, but why bring it up? It would never upset him before in any other situation.
He brought it up because they have to all talk about when they've interacted with the stones, and then he's talking about the events of Thor 2, and he's like, Jane Foster, and then he's like, met my mom.
I was honestly
dead.
surprised he like brought up Jane so much and that they actually showed her.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa, really?
Did you know that's all like canned footage from?
That's funny.
From Thor 2.
I believe it.
But I'm still surprised.
But I guess like
good.
she did some. She said some line. They brought her in to say like thank you to some servants, and that's
nice. I think the point I'm trying to make is it felt like they were looking for a reason, like. All right. Let's see what happened in the past few Thor movies. What could have upset him enough that we can kind of bring it back now?
Yeah.
And then they did that. Like, it didn't feel like it was something that was really established beforehand. Again, because like him even mentioning his mother, like when he was talking to Odin back in Ragnarok, like never mentioned the mother. Like this is.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember the mother as a character throughout any of the movies.
Yeah.
Me either. You didn't like the Thor movies, so
That's true. But I think was it Thor 2? She like was in the Odin chamber, like helping defend or something. Like
That's when
she
she
showed up
dies.
like once.
Yeah.
she dies in Thor too.
Yeah, so that's probably like when. And I don't know. I just didn't remember characters, so it felt to me I saw it, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I wish I didn't, but
I'm surprised they didn't bring Odin back in Endgame for him to like go talk to.
But yeah, he already like discombobulated. He like
they couldn't get the
guess.
actor.
Yeah.
no,
No,
like,
but
my,
really it
listen,
wouldn't even.
I think it makes sense because
Yeah.
like he's drunk and he's like emotional.
Yeah.
And he's like
Mhm.
since like the whole Thanos thing happened, he's like been like, not himself.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like and then like even in Infinity War when he's on the Guardian ship
Yeah.
and he's talking to like Rocket and he's like, "Oh, this all happened. My mom's dead, my brother's dead, my dad's dead." And then he was crying.
Right.
So obviously he's still hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't think they were like fishing. Yeah.
Again, I think it's because it wasn't established in like Ragnarok. Like none of this was really he didn't care about it in Ragnarok. And also
it's kind of busy.
he's not I mean I guess, but
Is he just gonna be like mid fight with Hela? I miss Mama.
no, but he could be like talking to Odin like I miss mom. Like or something. Like I'm not looking for a specific point to like put this in. I'm just saying it's like if Tony was suddenly
their
like remember
was
that
like
dude
a minute and a half long, then he died. So
Yeah, well again
just a line somewhere.
yeah, somewhere
Yeah.
would have been nice. I would have preferred it.
I'm glad that Rocket is the one that went back to Asgard with them though, because it was pretty funny. It was a good dynamic between Thor and Rocket.
Yeah. He also didn't need Thor, it turns out. Not that they would have known that in the beginning, but
Yeah.
obviously he should have went to Asgard with him. But
Yeah.
he just snuck into Jane's room and plugged her,
Yeah, poked her with the stick and then got
sucked
out.
out the ether.
Yeah.
and he stole Thor
Fizzy
2's
lifting
hammer.
drinks.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Then he
true.
left.
He stole Mjolnir. Yeah.
That which is awesome.
Uh-huh.
So now we have a fucking dual fisting fucking Stormbreaker and Mjolnir Thor
Yep.
in the series, which
Mhm.
when that comes in later, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, basically they say, okay, to go through time, we have to go to these specific moments in time to get the Infinity Stones.
Yep.
Like, what was the logic? It was like, why did they have to choose those specific times? I know in the New York ones because all of them existed within a close
Well, it's
proximity.
just like
Yeah.
where they know where it is.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, it was like the
You know?
easiest place to grab him.
Okay. So yeah, because they all knew at some point where they were.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to New York during the big battle, the
Uh-huh.
day.
Mm-hmm.
And what are the teams? We got Ant-Man, Iron Man,
Hulk,
Hulk,
and Chris Evans.
Yep, Chris
Yes,
Evans.
yeah.
And then we got Raccoon Thor.
Yep.
We got Nebula,
War Machine,
War Machine,
Yeah.
Hawkeye,
Black
Hawkeye,
Widow.
and Black
and
Widow.
Black Widow to go in 2014.
Yeah.
Guardians
Yeah.
Land.
Cool. And
All
so,
of these scenes were really good, by the way.
yeah, so having simultaneously, I didn't feel confused at any point. I know some people had that complaint where like they felt like
I
they were
think
jumping back and
the
forth.
time travel the whole time travel thing in this movie could have been really bad. Could
Yeah.
have been really convoluted, but I
Yeah.
think it was executed very well.
I
do
agree.
too, Yeah.
I agree.
So it was just kind of like they hop back in time, they grab the stones, they go back to the
Yeah,
present.
and then like to fix it, because like the Sorcerer Supreme
Mm-hmm.
from Doctor Strange was
Yeah.
chilling,
Yeah.
and then like Bruce Banner was like, "Give me it," and she was like,
Yeah.
did the thingy.
I
and
liked
then,
how
like,
it showed
they
her
kinda-
fighting in the Battle of New York too.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like, where was she? And she was there.
Yeah.
she had to protect the sanctum.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know?
So it was like, oh, if you like take a stone from this reality, you're gonna like make
Creates.
some new realities.
Yeah.
But then the Hulk's like, well, if you put it back
Exactly.
where it was
Yeah,
in the
exactly
same
from
spot,
where we took
then
it.
it's fine.
And later
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, I didn't think of
It's
that."
like shit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
so
we
it's-
have to survive.
Yeah, so it shows like reality branches if you take it, but if you put it back, that branched reality
Yeah.
just goes away. And
Yeah.
It's
Makes
back to
sense to
normal.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it.
Although
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure fucking Steve Rogers made a new reality anyway.
yeah,
yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah. So all the scenes are really good of them
Mhm.
getting the Infinity Stones. I
Yeah.
can't think of like a weak one.
Yeah.
Like I liked in the
I thought it was very
Guardians one
creative.
when they were
Mhm.
getting the Power Stone.
Uh-huh.
They just like they just like wreck Quill, and they're like,
Yeah.
"All right, let's get the thing."
Yep.
In New York, yeah, they got the Time Stone from
Mhm.
Girl. They did the really funny like post Avengers one scene.
Yeah,
where they did-
when they got him,
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all right,
Loki.
everyone stop posing. You know, we can
Yeah.
pose later.
Yeah.
Like, and they go on the elevator, and they're just like, hey, Hulk, buddy.
Yeah,
We've
take the
reached
stairs."
maximum occupancy.
Yeah.
Take the stairs.
Like, I hate the stairs.
Hulk hates stairs.
So we get some shenanigans.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of shenanigans in that one.
So they're after the Tesseract.
Yeah.
So Tony and Ant-Man are after the Tesseract, and Steve Rogers is after the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
Loki's staff. And we had this sweet, amazing callback to Winter Soldier, the
Yeah.
elevator scene.
Oh, yeah.
And
that
he
was
walks
the
in,
best.
and it's like the same like setup,
Yeah,
same dudes,
uh-huh.
all the Hydra
and like
dudes
yeah,
on the
everyone
elevator.
has their hand on their gun.
Mhm.
And then he's like, I have to, the secretary called me. I have to take the staff. And he's
Yeah.
like, oh no, that seems a little weird.
Yeah.
And
Kinda strange,
then
though.
Crossbones is a little
Yeah.
like wordy.
Mhm.
And then he's like, Hail Hydra,
And everyone's
Yeah.
like,
Nani?
Yep.
And then
that was
like
a great scene.
So he's
you
giving
played. I thought we were just gonna get the same elevator scene,
Yeah.
but like it was still gonna be awesome because
Yeah.
that scene's
It was
great.
that was like such a good use of like the last movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
that was so good.
And then Cap fights Cap.
Yeah. That was
It was
it.
great.
Oh, that was a hilarious scene.
Wait, so they fail getting the Tesseract
Yeah.
because Hulk like fucking opened the door and smashed Tony Stark in the face.
Yeah.
Open the door from the stairs.
Yeah.
Just
And then
like-
Loki's like,
Yeah, he took the Tesseract and he
Yeah.
ran away.
yeah.
So I think because there's a Loki Disney Plus series,
Yeah.
I assume that's gonna
that's
be
how it's gonna
related.
play in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you noticed, when they went to Asgard, which was 2 years later on that
Mhm.
same timeline, Loki was trapped still.
Yeah.
So like it's probably gonna lead
No,
to him
that
being
was like a
trapped
new
again.
thing, and then I don't know.
Like-
They fucked up.
Or you said like maybe like it
yeah,
corrects
because in
itself,
2014 Loki steals the Tesseract and runs away, but then in 2016 he's still locked up.
Like,
Shenanigans.
interesting. Time travel.
Yeah.
But so they fucked up.
Yeah, they goof.
hmm
So they're like, oh, we need the pin particles.
Yep.
There's only one
Yeah,
trip,
yeah.
one trip there, one trip back.
Yeah.
So Ant-Man leaves, Hulk leaves, and Steve and
They
and he's like, do you trust me?
yeah. Well, they knew they had to they had to get to a point where both the Pym particle and the Tesseract existed in one like time, like in one space.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they go back to
The 70s.
70s. Thank
Yeah.
Where
Where we get our
the place where Steve like trained
train
and stuff.
I
Yeah.
see.
And where the bunker where the Hydra shit is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where we get our Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah.
Great Stan Lee cameo.
It was
I
a
have
good
to
one.
say.
Make love,
That's
not
good.
war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
He's a hippie. It's great. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So they go into that time and we get that ain't not my job.
Yeah.
Haley is her name? I forgot her name.
Helen.
Helen, thank you. Helen.
Hmm.
So they infiltrate the base.
Yep.
And Tony goes for the Tesseract and Captain America goes for the Pym particles.
Mhm.
And we get a really cool scene where Tony meets his father.
Yeah. That was a great scene.
And he's just like, hey, let's walk out. I'm hungry. Let's get lunch or
Yeah.
whatever. And like Tony's like completely taken aback. He's like,
Yeah.
So we got good conversations. He's like, oh, my wife's pregnant.
Mhm.
I'm expecting soon. And Tony's like, is it a boy or a girl?
Yeah. It's like I hope
Wouldn't
it's a girl.
it have been
Yeah.
fucked up if she was like, it's a girl? And then like Tony has a sister. That'd be soap opera-ish.
Mhm.
But
that line though, I hope it's a girl because if it's a son, it'll be just too much like me.
Yeah.
Or something
Yeah.
like that.
it was a great.
Like,
Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with that? You
Yeah.
know?
But they gives him a hug and they'll walk away.
He's like, thank you for all you done for this country.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's like, stupid beard though. We're like,
Like a Bee Gees beard or a.
yeah.
Okay.
And the butler's name is Jarvis.
Well,
Yep,
that's
yep.
from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I think.
Oh, is it?
No, not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter.
Agent Carter. Yeah.
Oh,
where
is it?
like
Yeah.
that's like the family butler, and that's why Tony names
Oh,
the
that's
AI Jarvis.
Yeah.
Cool.
And they happen to be British, I guess,
yeah.
both of them.
What a quainty dink.
But when Steve gets the pin particles,
Yes.
he sees Peggy,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
who
She's like,
even
"Oh,
though
yeah."
it's like
Yeah.
25 years later from the events of Captain America 1,
Something like
from
that.
like
yeah.
because that happened in 45,
Yeah.
and then this is
yep.
1970. She looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a babe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how old she was back then, but now she must be like 40.
She's
or
apparently
yeah, but
like
like
10
if you
years
compare
old.
like, because obviously it's two different actors, but
Yeah.
the Howard Stark from Captain America 1
Yeah.
to the Howard Stark that we
He-
see like in
Mhm.
later life,
Yeah, he's.
it's clearly
Hmm.
like different.
Yeah.
So like
I
you
didn't
think
even think
Peggy would
about
have
that.
some like maybe some grays or
Yeah.
maybe slightly
Nah,
wrinkly
she-
skin.
she took the
Yeah.
serum.
She's
Yeah,
fucking she's fucking looking like a babe even
Mhm.
No wonder why.
unless she's like unless she was like 18 in the Captain America movie.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
And then plus
the
25
government
so like,
agent
she's
at
like
18.
They're
42,
in their late teens or like
41,
maybe early
7,
20s, and
yeah.
now they're like 40.
Still for 40. Damn.
Yeah.
No wonder why he made his choice. But anyway,
Yeah.
so
So he's like shit.
but they get the Tesseract, they get the pin particles.
Uh-huh.
Everybody comes. And then we have Clint and Black Widow.
Uh-huh.
They go up to the Soul Stone, whatever the name of that planet is.
Yeah.
Well, good thing two of them went, huh?
So this scene with them was pretty good. It was definitely dramatic, but I have some nitpicks with it.
Okay.
They kind of just like go up the mountain. Red Skull's like, one of you needs to die, and then like, okay, and then they just try and die. That's it.
Well,
there's barely any.
Maybe
in
they hate
between.
themselves.
Like they show like there's maybe like 30 seconds of them
Did they have
talking
like a little
like.
time skip? Like they had a scene cut where
Yeah,
they're in
it
separate
cut.
places and
Yeah.
they're
never sitting down. They're like,
Yeah, I thought
maybe
it was
he's
implied
lying.
that they were thinking about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Probably,
they're
yeah.
definitely like-
I wish that it didn't cut. I wish it showed them like
Yeah.
deliberating more.
The movie's long enough.
Yeah, I know. Maybe in the extended version I'll show.
It's just them sitting like, but
So you sure this is a thing?
yes, do it.
And none of them are like, wait, Red Skull, like especially Black Widow, because when she
Does
didn't
she
she
know
know
who-
didn't
No,
she
she
know all that?
No, she wouldn't know.
I guess.
Not that I don't think she would.
Yeah.
I think Steve would know when he
When
put
he
back
put
the
it
Soul
back,
Stone.
that's a
Like,
whole
"Sup,
separate thing I
buddy?"
want to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, here and here towards. What the fuck?
Yeah. That's a whole thing I want
Red
to talk
Skull's like,
about.
Steve Rogers.
Yeah, he's like, I am a guide to. Oh, this is awkward.
Like Ted Boy.
Like Ted Boy.
No, no.
So we got Clint and Black Widow fighting to die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like,
No, I
like
get-
racing. And then
Yeah.
he blows it up. And...
Her taser fucking didn't do nothing to him.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that was it. But she ends up winning, I guess.
in a way.
And she sacrifices herself.
Mhm.
What if it was like nothing happened, and he's like, Clint climbs up, and he's like, "What? Why didn't anything happen?" He's like, "Suicide doesn't count. You didn't really sacrifice her." Like, fuck.
What if just one of them went alone?
Yeah, I saw a funny meme where it was like, everybody was like saying like where they're going and stuff, and then Clint is like, "Yeah, Black Widow and I are gonna go to the planet there to get the Soul Stone." And it just shows Nebula like, with a troll face, like, because she knew
Yeah.
technically.
She didn't know. She doesn't know how you get the Soul Stone. She just
Yeah.
knows Thanos and Nebula. No, Thanos and Gamora went there,
Yeah,
and then
she used
Gamora died.
She used the argument against Gamora later
Yeah.
of that, like what you said.
Mhm.
But anyway, yeah. So they all get the stones. They all come back.
No, we forgot one part. The Crux. So
Like-
we mentioned
Oh,
War
you
Machine
mean- yes.
and
Okay.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Nebula
yeah.
there.
Right.
So so in that timeline, 2014, now there's two Nebulas, and I guess their networks cross or some shit.
They're both on the
They're-
same Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I guess. And then Maw's like, "What?" And then Thanos is like, "Nani?"
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
she has this like projection, like
Mhm.
Star Wars style,
Yeah. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
of like
all the events.
Yeah.
of like
that she's
War
in.
Machine going like, "So we just wait here for the Power Stone?" She's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, so then Thanos goes through her records and pretty much watches the hologram
Goes
of
through her
the
search
entire
history.
Infinity War.
Yeah. He's like, "Ooh, great movie."
So then he's all caught up to speed, pretty much.
Yeah.
I really like how
this.
this sounds.
So this is 2014 Thanos finding out that he succeeded.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, he's like, I done did it.
And then he saw himself die, and he's
Yeah.
like, "That's destiny.
Yep.
I'm Thanos."
Yeah. I am inevitable.
Yeah.
I am
So
inevitable.
so they get the Power Stone, Nebula and War Machine, and then War Machine leaves, and then Nebula has like a stroke,
Yeah.
and then she gets
Connection.
abducted by
Yeah. They start like
Thanos.
messing with their brain circuits.
Their brain
and then,
plates.
and then they swap out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, "You'll be my agent."
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so-
bad Nebula
2014
is
Nebula.
chilling.
Yeah. They come in and and then the whole Hulk's like, "Where is he?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Nat? And it like zooms on his face, and you can like see
like Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah,
like,
Mark. Ruffalo. It's
Yeah.
like uncanny
It's
valley.
really
Mark
weird,
Ruffalo. Yeah.
It
kind of
did-
gross.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Professor Hulk's face is just like green Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
He went to like a children's party and like painted his face.
It's kind of weird.
And he's swole up in the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
So she's dead.
they cry for a minute and they're done.
Then Thor's like, it's not a big deal. We can bring her back.
Yeah.
And then Clint's like, the red floaty guy said it's irreversible. So you go talk to him.
Yeah.
And it's like Thor like, ran away.
So
So they all get the stones and come back.
Now they're like, we gotta build our own Infinity Gauntlet.
Yep.
And they do.
and Tony does because he's Tony
'Cause he's
Stark.
fucking Tony Stark.
Yep.
Nanotechnology.
Yeah.
And they make a really fucking cool to be sold at your nearest Walmart.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I liked the conversation of who's gonna wear the gauntlet.
Yeah.
too. That was
Yeah,
cool.
Thor's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm the strongest one here.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Like, you're a mess.
yeah.
Yeah. Like you can't do it in your state.
So they're like, Hulk,
Obviously
no,
not.
Hulk's like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's Gamma Ray. I'm Gamma.
They obviously wouldn't have Captain Marvel do it. That would make too much sense. So they have Hulk do it.
Yeah, what the
Well,
fuck?
I think she's just chilling.
Yeah, but she would
Maybe,
be
they
fine.
like gave her a phone call and then she didn't answer. I don't know. She went right
yeah.
to voicemail.
He's like, her voicemail is like, sorry, I'm Captain Marvel. I'm doing more important things like saving the universe. Leave a message after the beep. Beep! Wait, that was Captain Marvel in that movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Hulk does it, and then he's like, oh, and Tony's like, lock the place up. And
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Nebula is like with her hand, right?
absolutely no one
Right?
knows what this,
She has like a can opener as a hand, and she like sets the coordinates
Uh-huh.
for like 2014 so Thanos can join.
Set coordinates to fun.
Yeah.
it's a good thing, like, we have the same USB imports
Yeah,
in space.
good
Like, out
thing.
of there, then.
USB-C, you know.
Yep. Yep. Mhm.
So low key, no one notices, but Thanos is chilling.
Yes,
He
with his
made it.
fleet.
It was fleet.
Mhm.
So
And then yeah, Hulk snaps, brings
Uh-huh.
everyone back. And his arm goes limp, and like
yeah,
his
he has a
helmet
little,
he
and
gets
he
stuff.
has a
fucked up.
little
And at the same time,
noodle
yeah,
arm.
Nebula summons from the other timeline
Mm-hmm.
Thanos' warship as it just fucking crashes through.
Yeah.
And
And
and Clint's
And?
wife calls him. He's like,
that's
Yeah.
right.
"Hey,
Yeah.
babe."
Yeah.
And at the same time, Thanos is like, "Fuck them all."
No, like Ant-Man's like, "Wow, this is beautiful." As a missile is flying toward, he's like, "Ah!"
How did he not die?
Yeah, when that happened, I was like, he's dead.
Well,
Okay, Ant-Man's
if
dead.
you slow down the footage,
He shrinks.
he shrinks.
Oh, okay.
So, but like,
All I
he-
saw was
my-
his body.
I
like,
thought he was
"Oh!"
dead. Yeah, like, whoop.
I thought he was dead.
So like, they get fucking annihilated.
Dude,
Yeah.
the entire compound is just.
They
Yeah.
send like 80 missiles to
Yeah.
destroy this
Like
Thanos-
small
Thanos-
landmass.
Thanos isn't playing around. He's like, these are the people who stopped me. They're dead. I'm
It
killing
was
them.
kind of like in Iron Man 3, where like they blow up Tony's house on the.
That's what
on
I.
the
That's
hill.
what I thought.
Yeah.
Best part: no one dies.
Yeah,
No one
one
dies.
died at
Not a
all.
single person dies.
Nope.
But yeah, everybody's buried under the rubble,
Yeah.
which is a horrifying thing when you
Yeah.
think about it, like being in that situation.
Uh-huh.
Good thing Hulk was there.
Hulk's holding it up with his one good arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ant-Man's like, I'm coming.
I'm
Yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
And then he went in the water. He was like,
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
like, this is for the trailer, and he's bouncing off the
Yeah.
pencil. And,
Yeah.
And Hawkeye has the gauntlet, right? And he's running through the sewers. with
Yeah.
it.
uh huh.
Yeah.
Then he sees the liches. No, not the liches.
Lichen,
liquors.
Lichen.
Yeah, the
Oh,
liquors.
The liquors
The
from
Liches, like,
yeah, the liquors from
Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2 and
Yep.
Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
The liquors.
And then he so he has the gauntlet. He's running away.
He does a cool. That's a cool scene. It's
It
like
is.
a cool action scene.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where he's like,
He still has his Ronin sword. So
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
cool.
I mean, how many times did he use the bow in this movie?
Not a lot, honestly. He used the
I'm not
sword
saying
more.
this as like a reprimanding, but
Yeah,
he used
yeah.
the sword a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used the arrows,
Yeah.
but I don't think he really used the bow a lot.
Yeah, not much.
Because he's Ronin.
Wow.
Yeah. Ronan the Barbarian.
The barbarian.
Roller. All right. But he's able to escape.
Yeah.
In the sewer there. Again, a cool scene. But he comes up and he comes across Nebula and
He's like, I know you. And
Yeah,
then
and she's
Nebula takes the gauntlet. He's like, Father, I have the stone.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
yeah. You could have waited like
I
And then he's like, "I'm gonna kill you now." And Gamora's like, "No way."
Oh yeah, so Gamora took the 2022, I think. Are they in 2022?
So old 2014 Gamora
God.
came along with Thanos' ship.
Yeah.
So she's in the present.
She's
now.
still on Thanos' side at the moment.
Yeah.
So
and the present in this movie is 2022.
Yeah,
I think.
Right.
and
she
then
never met the Guardians.
So in Guardians 1, she turns on Thanos. So obviously, she's not loyal to him.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's go, girlfriend. Let's fucking beat this bitch.
And then second Gamora comes while like evil Gamora. Oh no, not Gamora. No, Nebula.
So
Fuck,
so good Gamora, good Nebula, good Nebula shoots bad Nebula, and she's dead.
Yeah.
There's only one Nebula now.
Yeah,
which is
let's leave it
the
at
present
that.
day Nebula.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
But we have current Nebula and past Gamora chilling.
Because present Gamora is in the Soul Stone.
She's dead.
Yeah.
She's dead. So, which she is dead, like because the Soul Stone's destroyed.
Yeah. So a good point to make: when Hulk brought everyone back, he said he tried to bring back Black Widow but couldn't because her soul's trapped in the Soul Stone, similar to Gamora.
So we get as this is happening, Cap, Iron Man, and Thor are outside. They make it out, and they're just like,
hawk.
This scene is the best.
Legendary.
Thanos is on the battlefield. He has his perfectly balanced sword.
Yeah.
He steps in. He's just sitting down. He's just like, I'm just gonna wait
armor.
for him. I'm gonna wait and fuck him up when they come. And they're just like, oh, we're gonna jump this motherfucker, ready? Yeah, they all work together. And they jump him, or they have a conversation with him.
So when Thor like used lightning and he like got his armor and stuff, I thought he was gonna magically be like Ragnarok Thor and like be slim, but he was just Viking Thor.
I liked the braided beard.
The braided beard is nice, but he's still fat.
I was like, all right, whatever, I'm with it.
And
he's dual wielding now. And we get the start. All right, this is what we call the start, not the climax of it, the start of fan service. The movie.
Oh yeah, this whole battle.
Well, we get like 30 minutes of them fighting, and then it cuts away to the other dudes. Ant-Man.
Right. This is pretty brief though. For them. But so Thanos and the three boys start fighting.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't break. It's not a deal breaker. But I was really bummed that Hulk wasn't a part of this.
Me too.
Like the OG4 to like come in.
He was under a building.
Yeah. It would have been nice if he at some point towards the end of that little fight like broke out.
It is definitely a missed opportunity.
It sucks, right?
It does.
But oh well. What we got
was amazing.
It was incredible.
It was best battle ever.
This is the part of the review we're gonna call the remember when?
Yeah.
That's this segment of this review right now.
Yep.
So I'll start.
Okay.
Remember when fucking Iron Man was like, Thor, hit me?
Yeah.
And Thor just charges of electricity, hits Iron Man in the back, and he just like 8 unibeam fucking.
Well, like then
so
Thanos
cool.
had his twisty tie thing. He's like,
twisty tie.
Yeah, his little sword thing, and he just propelled it, and then it didn't do anything.
Knocked him back. He was like,
how freaking badass Cap was in this fight.
Listen,
he was almost cooler than the other guys.
He was cooler.
I was
than the other guys.
As a die-hard Iron Man fan, Cap just stole it.
It's true.
He stole it.
Listen,
it was so awesome.
So Thanos and Thor are fighting, and Thor's like, oh, I got the Stormbreaker, whatever. I'm gonna fucking. Oh, he's got the Stormbreaker and I can't pronounce that word.
Mjolnir.
I'm gonna say the hammer. So he has the hammer and Stormbreaker, and he's like, fighting Thanos, and then like the hammer gets thrown away, and then he's against a rock. First of all, he like punching the shit out of Thor. He whacks him in the face like 8 times.
Yep.
And then like he has a Stormbreaker and he's like pushing it into like Thor's chest.
Yeah, he's about to like,
kind of like Infinity War.
Yeah.
But reverse. And then we see the hammer fly towards Thor. Thanos.
Oh yeah, Thanos.
And then Cap has it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And bro,
Thor's like, I knew it.
Yeah. Because like in Age of Ultron, he nudges it.
Yeah.
And then Thor's like, shit.
Yeah. I've never seen an audience erupt in applause so much in a movie.
I am sad we weren't there for the audience reaction, but I was fucking like,
I was freaking too. That was me in the audience.
Yeah.
Yep. It was
that
so
was
freaking
that was
cool.
incredible. And then like he fucking used lightning.
Yeah,
that didn't make
he-
sense, but he did it.
I wanted to like fall out of my chair. Like,
It was, and he was whipping his ass.
Yeah, he was.
dude,
It was awesome.
Oh,
It
it
was
was
incredible.
so cool.
Yep.
The maneuver, like the choreography of it,
Uh-huh.
was
Yeah.
like he like threw the shield up in the air and then bounced Mjolnir off of it,
Yep,
and like,
yep.
oh man, it was so great. And
But-
Thanos wins.
Yeah, then Thanos breaks the shield.
Yeah.
He fucks that
And,
shield up.
yeah, and then tosses Cap aside.
That was probably my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
I would agree, honestly.
Him
Yeah.
getting the hammer.
It was such
Because
good
like I
payoff.
didn't expect it.
I was
Yeah.
expecting, not to say this is better.
Mhm.
I was expecting,
Uh-huh.
they were all gonna trade off on the hammer.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
bounces off the shield and like Cap gets wrecked a little, and then Tony is like, yeah, and hits him in the side.
I don't
with
think
it.
he's worthy.
And then I think towards the end of the movie he is.
Maybe,
But anyway,
yeah.
again, I'm
I-
not saying
I
it's
think-
better or worse. Or anything,
I think being worthy means being humble, because
Yeah.
that's how he gets
Well,
the hammer back in the
I
first
mean,
movie.
think of what Tony does at the end.
I know,
like the
I
ultimate.
know,
But
yeah.
also, like as that's happening, like he wrecks Tony, and then I was like really hoping like. Fucking Hulk with his one good arm
Yeah.
had Mjolnir for a minute and just like slammed Thanos in like the side of the head.
Would've
You know,
been awesome.
like that fun little like not saying it would be better
Yeah,
or
yeah,
worse
yeah,
or
yeah.
anything, but like I saw that as a possibility,
Yeah.
which would have been I would have
Uh-huh.
screamed. But yeah, but Thanos is he's Thanos. He's
Yeah.
the fucking mad titan over here. He's
Yep.
beating the shit out of these
I'm
guys.
glad they showed how strong he is without the stones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a fucking.
still up there.
He's a
ass.
powerhouse,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was beating everyone's ass.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is the guy who like went toe to toe with Hulk
yeah.
without the stones.
Yeah.
Really,
Mhm.
Well, he had the power stone, but I don't think he
Yeah,
used
he didn't
it. He
use
just
it.
kind of just
just
Yeah.
Jobbed him.
Yeah, he just
Yep.
MMA'd and beat his ass.
and so it's kind of looking fruitless until he's like, all right, time to end this, and he like summons his army.
Yeah.
So you got the flying Leviathan things,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all of his like massive army starting to storm
Mhm.
the shores.
Can we talk about that one scene? It was just an image when Cap is standing there and the army is on the
Oh,
other side
yeah,
of the
yeah,
street.
it's like the
Oh,
long
the most
shot.
hopeless,
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
That was so freaking cool.
chills,
that
man,
shot.
chills.
Yeah.
But Cap stands up.
Yeah.
Yeah, as he always does. He does
Yeah.
a broken shield. He's
Yeah.
like fucking Mjolnir,
With
Yep.
America's ass.
America's ass.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
He should have just yelled that.
I'm America's ass.
And when everything looks at its most dire, but we just see like the
No, we hear Falcon.
Oh yeah, we
He's
hear
like, on your left.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Another callback, baby.
Yep.
Yep. Mhm.
and lo and behold, portals start opening up.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
Squad. Then we hear, hey, Bombay!
He won't back.
Hey, Bombay!
He won't back. He won't back.
yeah, we get the crew start showing up.
Literally everyone.
Literally everybody.
Like when we said this was fan service, the fucking movie coming up.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
This is it. This is
Yep.
the moment where we get Doctor Strange,
Uh-huh.
Peter Parker, all Wakanda, Black Panther,
Yep.
all of like, the
Asgardians.
sorcerers dudes,
Yep.
it's half the
Valkyrie.
Guardians,
Yep.
Valkyrie and the Asgardians, like
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
Asgardians too,
Yeah.
like not even like
Yeah. Every single person you can imagine for any of the movies.
and
Fucking Pepper Potts is there.
Yeah.
oh
Yep.
my god.
In her new suit.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's so. Where did
Yeah.
you learn to pilot? Oh,
Who
guess she
knows?
practiced.
Well, Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
She had the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
and oh
She was awesome.
man, Scarlet Witch
Uh-huh.
comes back.
Mhm.
The I said this in the theater and I was with Blake. I was like, hey, I don't remember Wakanda's army being that big when they needed them before.
Nope.
Just saying.
No.
Like they had like a couple, 100, a few
Uh-huh.
thousand, maybe like 1,000, 2,000 people in Infinity War.
Yeah.
And this one, they just have the full like Lord of the Rings army going on.
So
Yeah.
the only people that didn't come back were Black Widow, Gamora, and Vision. Everyone else though
Yep.
is back.
We'll
we
talk-
got Bucky.
Bucky is there. Yeah.
I'll talk about it at the end. So,
All the Guardians.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't want
Guardians
to.
here.
I don't want to lose the momentum of this hype
Yeah.
fucking moment.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they all like join up behind him. And Thanos is like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And yep, Doctor Strange rolls in, and fucking we got the coolest line, and the coolest delivery of the
Yep.
line, in my opinion. The best. Like, he could have yelled it. He could have
Uh-huh.
screamed it. He
Yep.
could have proclaimed it. Nope. He just looked down, and Captain America's like, Avengers, assemble.
It was
And
so
it's like,
cool.
Like just fucking charges in, and like the coolest shot
Yeah.
of both
yeah.
armies like coming in.
Freaking Ant-Man punching the Leviathan.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Man, and the battle begins.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it's
Oh, Hope's there too. Don't forget Hope. The Wasp.
Hope?
Oh, Wasp. Yeah, she was
yeah,
there.
Yeah,
Yep.
Hope's there. Yeah, she does things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about the battle for a second.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Thank you.
I like when a callback to Homecoming where Spider-Man's like instant kill.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's like,
that
oh
was
god,
awesome.
activate kill mode. Like,
Yeah.
instant kill.
So pretty much like the goal of this battle was they're trying to get the Infinity Gauntlet
Uh-huh.
From point A to point
from point
B.
A to point B, and they're
Yeah.
like trading it off between people. Like Black Panther takes it for a while and he's running with it, and then Spider-Man
He's
grabs
like,
it. And
Give it to me.
yeah.
Yeah,
gets- he
and
has
it
it
makes
for, like,
sense
10
because he's
minutes.
mad fast.
Yeah.
But then like Maul like gets him.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah, Ebony Maw like grabs
telekinesis.
them with the stuff. Yeah.
And then,
Then-
does Tony get it from? Oh, not Tony. Peter get it from him after.
Yeah.
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 And then he's riding with Valkyrie.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
I'm
Which is
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right. Dude, hold on. Sorry. We get Tony and Pepper like back to
Oh,
back.
yeah,
for a
yeah,
minute.
that was
I
awesome.
was like, OTP,
That was
OTP.
really cool.
Oh,
That
that
was
was,
really
I
cool.
like. I felt so good seeing that.
And then we get to see all of the female characters together.
Oh yeah, we had the girl,
Girl
power.
power.
moment.
We had girl
we
power.
had it in
moment.
Infinity War, but it was
Did-
like
lame.
3 of them,
Yeah, it was.
and now we have like
it was really bad.
8 of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
now
was
they
cool.
actually got like good people on their
Yeah.
team.
But like, but that's after Captain Marvel showed up. So
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
dial back a little bit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of really cool stuff that happened. We
Yeah.
got Peter Quill coming around shooting some stuff. He's like,
Yeah.
and but then
You're not mentioning the best moment,
Which moment?
the reunion of Spider-Man and Iron Man.
Yeah.
They hugged.
Yeah.
he didn't even say anything. He was just like, Mr. Stark, it was weird. Dr. Strange showed up, and he was just like, we gotta go 5 seconds,
Yeah.
And then they hugged, and he's like, "This is nice."
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
That's all I needed. That's all I needed. That was the closure
Same.
I needed.
Yes.
That's when I was like, he's so dead.
He's dead. Yeah.
Oh God, no, please.
Yeah. At this point in the movie, I thought both him and Cap were dead during this fight.
During this
Mm.
fight.
Yeah.
So, Valkyrie fucking takes down. I think that was during a girl power moment. Never mind.
Yeah, like
So I mean, so Spider-Man has the gauntlet and drops it because the ship is bombarding him. Then he's like curled up in a ball.
Yes.
no, that didn't happen yet.
Oh.
didn't?
So Scarlet Witch was
Oh.
like, "Listen, Thanos,
Yeah, that was cool.
you took everything from me." And he's like, "I don't even know who you
I
are."
don't even know you.
And then like she gave him the business.
Yeah,
She fucked him up.
she was awesome in that.
Like
at
if
that
she was
moment.
like, she could have just did that in Infinity War.
Yeah.
She wasn't angry
I
enough.
know.
She was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
sad.
Listen, she beat his ass.
yeah,
and
she
he's
was,
like-
she was wrecking him.
And he was like, "Rain down,
Yeah.
rain down,
What about our troops, sir?
fuck the troops."
He was like, rain the missiles.
Yeah. So like Thanos is like big ass ship, just like,
Yeah.
and like no one died. Had no effect.
All right. The most useless character is that ship.
Yes,
It has
true.
no kill count.
Yep.
I don't. I mean, maybe like some random Asgardian. I saw like
That
Yeah.
I
one
saw like
Asgard.
3 people die of like the good guys, and it was
Yeah.
like Asgardians getting stabbed.
Yeah.
It's like ah.
but then the guns on the ship aim up. They're like, what are they aiming at?
What could it be?
Yeah.
Could it be the one character we haven't seen in a while?
Yeah,
The answer is yes.
Captain Marvel comes in, just flies through the ship and destroys it.
Yeah, she
Which is, I thought
she
it was
fucking
awesome.
Yeah.
destroyed the ship, and Thanos is like, "Fuck, man, shit."
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
And then she starts fighting Thanos.
No,
right?
not
Was
yet.
that not-
Not yet.
Not yet.
So-
So she hops down, and
Yeah.
Peter's doing his
Yeah.
kill thing.
Yeah,
No. He has the gauntlet. He's like
Yeah.
fucking scared out of his mind.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, I have the gauntlet."
We also didn't say, I don't know if this happened right before or after this part, but the bombardment thing fucked up like a dam or something.
Oh yeah, Doctor
Oh,
Strange.
and like
like,
there was just a giant thing of water that was gonna like fuck up everybody on the battlefield.
Yeah.
And Strange is like, "Hold my beer," and he just fucking makes a giant water tornado that looked. I don't know why he didn't just like.
yeah.
Like, push it
He,
away.
he
I mean,
kind of
probably
just held
too
it.
dangerous.
He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just held the
Yeah.
water tornado and just like made that.
that was his.
"I'm out of this
Oh,
fight."
can we talk about nobody talked about this. Nobody in the audience like.
Mhm.
So like Tony goes up to, I think it's Tony goes up to Doctor Strange during the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange is just casually pulling like 6 souls
Yeah,
into
yeah.
hell.
yeah.
And he's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
It was awesome.
I was like, whoa, that was a... Can you
Yeah.
do that more? Like,
Yeah.
that looked awesome.
I'm glad they show how powerful he is, but
Yeah.
don't like.
But then they had to like,
They keep him busy.
keep him busy. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I think he could have wrecked Thanos on his own.
Yeah.
I think he could have just whomped him.
Yeah.
He's like similar to Thor. Like
He almost does in Infinity War
That's-
while he has
as
the
the
gauntlet.
gauntlet.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
makes like
yeah.
50 of himself and just like grapples them with these lasso
Uh-huh.
things. I'm like, why can't he just do that now?
He's
He's
busy.
busy. Um,
But then he's like, so like, is this the reality we win? He's like,
yeah.
if I tell you,
told you,
it's not gonna happen, even though I
Yeah.
tell you later.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
So Captain Marvel gets the gauntlet. She's like, "Hey, Peter.
You got something
I'm
for me?
Carol."
Yeah.
She has that stupid smug look of like, and better.
Nice to
Give
meet
me
you,
that.
Peter.
Yeah.
And then is that where you have the girl moment?
Yeah. Then girl power happens.
Yep.
And they single-handedly take down pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
So I was like, why is why is
Why is anyone here?
like 500 other people needed
Yeah.
when these 6 girls take out everybody?
Yeah.
Whatever.
It was cool though.
Mhm.
Valkyrie
Yeah.
takes down a Leviathan.
Yeah, that was
she's
cool.
badass. She
Yeah.
just, I was thinking, I was like, how the hell is like Valkyrie like trying to do anything besides like hit a few?
She
dudes?
has a
Spear.
spears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
She
that.
was cool.
Pepper does some cool shit.
Yep.
But they're not needed because Captain Marvel just flies through everybody.
Yep.
She just rocket shit because they have to get to the van,
Yeah.
the quantum realm portal van,
Yeah.
so they can get their gauntlet with the stones into there, get it away from Thanos,
Uh-huh.
and then they can return
Mhm,
the stones back and
Yeah.
make sure this doesn't repeat. 'Cause
Yeah.
Thanos is like, give me the gauntlet,
Yeah.
give me the gauntlet.
Yeah.
So they're like, Marvel's almost there, and Thanos is like, fuck this.
Yeah, he
and
throws his
chucks his sword,
strong
Yeah.
ass blade
Just
of
breaks the
death.
time machine.
Yeah.
and he just blows up the time machine.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, well, I'm going to be taking that gauntlet.
Yeah.
And Marvel's like, and fights him.
Yeah.
And they-
Marvel's like, I'll wear it, and then she doesn't. But she doesn't even want to.
oh my God, why didn't she put it on?
Because I don't know, because this character sucks.
No, 'cause, I mean the goal wasn't to get
To
to
use
wear
it.
the gauntlet, to use the gauntlet.
Yeah,
the
I
goal
know,
was
but,
to
like-
stop it. I guess it didn't occur.
I guess no one thought of it besides Tony.
Yeah.
So like she was giving him the business.
Uh-huh.
Thanos headbutted her. She was like, "Bitch!" And then he just grabbed the Power Stone from the gauntlet and smacked the shit out of her.
Which I thought was pretty cool, because at this point he had the gauntlet on, right?
Yeah.
And then he like rips the Power Stone out just
Yeah.
to punch
Yeah,
her. I
yeah.
thought
Just
that was
another
cool.
reason why like Thanos is like the best Marvel villain
Yeah.
because he's like super intuitive.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, all right,
He's adaptive.
maybe I don't need the whole thing for this. I'm just gonna fucking
Yeah,
use it.
yeah,
Like,
yep.
it's super cool.
Yeah.
So then Tony
Every-
sees this.
Yeah, he's
He looks.
Mhm.
He
the
looks
gauntlet's
at.
almost on.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
He sees Benedict Cumberbatch and he's like, "Uno."
Yeah. Holds up
So
a
he's
finger.
like,
it's like,
"Fuck,
it's the
man."
one. The one.
Yep.
Ugh.
So he's tussling with
Yeah.
Thanos, and then like a little sleight of hand trick,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he
and
pulls
then
away.
he's
Then-
like, "I am inevitable."
it's more like kum,
Yeah.
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 kum.
And he notices the stones aren't in the gauntlet.
Who took the stones?
And then we see Iron Man,
Yeah.
Tony Stark, the boy, the lad.
Yeah. In his new gauntlet.
He's
Yeah.
having a hard time. He's like,
Yeah.
and like the
He's
nano machines
clearly
are like
pissing his
carrying the
pants.
stones
Oh, yeah.
up to
it's
his
like consuming his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, well, you know what? I am Iron Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
That snap. That powerful
the
snap.
And lo and behold, Thanos' forces just start.
He dusted everybody.
Yeah.
And let me just say, loved Thanos' like reaction.
Yeah.
Me too.
He didn't. They didn't make him say anything. Perfect.
Yeah.
Like he just found a stoop.
yeah. Stupid
Stupid.
kid
Yeah.
afraid to
He
leave his
just sat down. He was just looking down. He was like, boom, dust.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was perfect. Because he was always like the talkative, poetic, kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, I am inevitable. That's
Yeah.
like his line. It's like,
Here's my monologue
Yeah.
for
It was
today.
like the way I like comprehended it. It was just like he realized, like he always talked about destiny.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one to like save the universe and everything.
mhm,
And now he realizes that like the destiny, everything that he believed in,
mhm.
now that he lost, he's like, what else was I wrong with? Like, who knows what he could have been thinking of then? Was he
Yeah.
thinking about like, or was he like, I gave up the only thing I loved
Yeah.
to like, to just have this happen.
Yep.
Like
Are
everything.
you referring to killing Gamora?
Yeah.
Because that's not.
Oh,
that-
you're right.
he
Well,
hadn't
he
done
saw
that.
it happen.
Oh,
He
yeah.
did.
He knows
I
that it
guess.
happened.
Yeah.
Maybe, obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's, it could be implied or, whatever.
Yeah.
You're right. But, like, all these things that happened or that he was going to do that he was working for.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to be like, no, how could a little wretch like you ever defeat me? And, like, melt away. What a world,
Yeah.
what a world.
He just like kind of accepted it.
Yeah.
And it was perfect.
So, awesome. They didn't ruin Thanos.
Yeah.
No.
They did not ruin Thanos.
All right. And after that, Tony's like,
Yeah. He's like just dying.
yeah. And we
You
get,
see War Machine. You see Spidey.
oh, that was the one that did it for me.
Did you cry?
I started to tear up. I wasn't sobbing though.
I cried. Did you cry?
We held hands.
Yeah, me.
So
I was
hard.
in the middle. Ashley was on my right. Kobe was on my left. We all hold hands
when
because
he-
we knew he was dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he was like fighting for the gauntlet, we were like,
Yep.
and
Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark,
yeah.
Mr. Stark.
And he
Pep-
wasn't even looking at him.
Yeah.
yeah, he was like,
He was
"Fuck
looking
off,
past him.
fuck
Yeah.
off, kid.
Yeah.
And Pepper came up and it's just like, we're gonna be okay.
Like, you can rest now.
Yeah.
Man.
I thought it suited Tony Stark very well, where he wasn't saying anything to Spider-Man, but then as
Yeah.
soon as Pepper Potts came up, he like said something.
Yeah.
Did he?
I liked
What
that.
did he say? I don't
Oh,
know.
he was like, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, he did.
He was
Wow.
he's like a tomato. He's like, breakfast is healthy. Like, and he dies.
Yep.
He's dead.
So we get the funeral scene after.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's there.
What touched me was they were
the
on
thing
the lake
from Iron
house,
Man 1.
and the proof that Tony Stark has a heart. Wasn't that from Iron Man 2?
No. Iron Man
Oh,
1.
1. You're right, because they replaced the
Oh
old
yeah,
one.
yeah, you're right.
That's what got me.
It was
Yeah,
really good.
everybody. Somebody told me. I don't know if it was you or something.
It was me.
Yeah. There's a random kid there.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
And
it
it
was
was,
like it was showing everybody,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, who the fuck
Yeah,
is that?
Yeah, we were like, who the hell is that? What the hell
It
is
was just
going
like
on?
a random guy, and it turns out it's the kid from Iron Man 3. That's
Nice,
cool.
Nice.
So sweet.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Also-
look like him,
yeah.
but he's cool.
Fucking Nick Fury's in the back, like, I didn't do anything.
Yeah. He wasn't even there.
I
for
would have liked to
anything.
have seen them in
He
the
was
fight.
snapped. oh yeah, I get.
It would have been awesome if you just showed him in the fight going like, pow, pow,
Yeah.
pow.
Or maybe
Yeah.
like the helicarrier from like Avengers
That
1
would've been
was
cool.
that would
rebuilt.
have been
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, now I'm
Should've done
thinking
that,
about
yeah.
that. What a waste.
And you know what's another waste?
What?
So Hulk's in the scene, obviously.
Yeah.
He's mourning.
Mhm.
And then we have another in the same scene, the general, the secretary
Oh, yeah.
from the Hulk movie, who's in Civil War.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Still no interaction.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're just like,
They're like 10 seconds apart in Infinity War.
Mhm.
And they're in the same fucking scene.
Yep.
they just start fighting each other. Hey, fuck. And then we also did no funeral for Black Widow, but we did a little
Yeah.
part with Scarlet Witch and Clint. Like,
They both know.
yeah.
Yep.
And this is where I just want to briefly talk about what a waste they did with Vision
Yeah.
in both Infinity War and this movie.
I mean,
Well,
I assume he's
Yeah.
going to be back.
because Wanda and Vision have a
Yeah,
TV show
WandaVision.
together.
So,
Yeah, they have a
What do you
TV
mean?
show together.
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean the show?
Yeah.
so I think.
So-
what I was
I
thinking
think Hulk's
was-
just gonna make him again.
Yeah.
But they don't have the Mind Stone.
Or
anymore.
They don't need the Mind Stone.
what's her name?
Yes.
Black Panther's sister.
Yeah,
that
sure,
was
sure. Yeah,
recreating
That's
the-
yeah.
what I was expecting was somebody would like Bruce Banner would have went up, or even the sister or someone
Uh-huh.
would have went up to her like during the funeral and be like, hey, or rather like somebody goes up like Bruce Banner was like, hey, or Pepper Potts like, Tony made this,
Mhm.
like in the 5 years,
Yeah.
and I imagine he would want you to have it, and he gives her like an earpiece. And she like puts it on and hears Jarvis's voice because he was an AI and like they
Yeah.
downloaded his consciousness and everything, like in Black Panther and stuff. So I was expecting something like that.
Yeah.
Not that it's any worse. Or
It-
I
better
mean, it
for
could
but-
happen
He'll
in
be
like
back.
Black
Yeah.
Panther 2.
Yeah, he'll be back
Yeah.
in some form.
So
but
he'll be
man,
back.
could you imagine Vision in that battle?
Yeah,
He would have
been
been
awesome.
wrecked ass.
Yeah, if he wasn't a little bitch like he was in Infinity War.
Yeah, he was like, no.
I got Prince with a little electro
Yeah.
spear.
Yeah,
Yeah, but even in Infinity War, they said he could function without the Mind Stone.
yeah.
Mm.
But it's like the way he was programmed, he needs the Mind Stone.
I see.
But like
so
they
maybe they
just
could
need
yeah.
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 So he'll be back. eventually.
But yeah,
Thor went off with the Guardians.
yes, Thor.
As Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
Yeah,
baby.
great. And him and Peter Quill are just like, no, you're the captain. You're the captain.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
these guys should fight to the death
They're-
for it.
They're very like I love like the dialogue between them.
Me too.
Where it's definitely like a different writer. I don't know if it's like James Gunn or something who writes those parts specifically,
Uh-huh.
but like it's really good.
It
Their
is.
chemistry together is great.
Mm.
Cap.
Yeah.
They're just like, okay, we got to return the Infinity Stones back to their timeline so
Yeah.
we can, not
and
fuck up
the
everything.
hammer. He has the hammer.
And
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
hammer. And so they're just like, all right, it's gonna be however long you need to do it, Cap,
Mhm.
but it's gonna take us like 5 seconds. It's gonna
But
be 5
don't
seconds.
forget what he says to Bucky.
Mm.
Don't do anything stupid till I get back.
Yeah.
He's like, don't worry, you take all the stupid with you, implying Bucky does anything. But
Bucky did nothing.
What was that thing you sent me? Where it was just like
Yeah.
the actor accepting his.
So it's like this video of like Bucky on like the red carpet or like press stuff, and he's just
Uh-huh.
like smiling.
Yeah.
And it's like,
The chapter.
what's his what's his name?
I don't know
Like,
his actor's name.
Me either.
It's like the-
Let's say
Jason Stamos.
let's just say he's Bucky. All right, so like
yeah,
it's like Bucky collecting his like 15 million
yeah.
from Infinity War and Endgame for saying 3 words. And
Yeah.
he's just like,
He didn't do anything in Endgame or in Infinity War. He
He's
did
the worst
literally nothing.
Character.
he
Yeah.
did nothing.
Civil War, he's great. Awesome
Yeah.
character.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And,
The
and
White
Winter
Wolf.
Soldier.
Yeah. They hyped this man up to do fuck all.
Dude, he did the same exact thing
He's
in
like,
Infinity in Endgames. Yeah, he was like,
He did less.
Yeah, he actually did
He
less.
shot a
in
couple dudes. Yeah,
Endgame.
Yeah.
that's it.
I don't even think we get to see who he shoots.
He didn't
Yeah.
even like fight with Cap.
Yeah.
Dude, that would have been sick if they traded off. Like,
Yeah.
what
Would've
the?
been.
Who the?
At
who
least
did he
take a
piss
blow
off?
from Thanos.
Ah.
Like, just get punched by Thanos.
Dude, the
Or
guy,
something.
the guy has a bionic arm.
Yeah.
made of vibranium.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do anything with
Yep.
it.
Did he even punch anybody with
No.
it?
Not in any
Nope.
movie.
Nope.
Either movie, excuse me.
Okay.
So
But
yeah, Cap
but noticeably he says, "I'll miss you,"
yeah.
Yeah.
implying that Steve clearly told Bucky his plans,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not like
Or at least knew
not,
him well
not,
enough
Not
to-
Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Fucking right.
Cap goes back to return all the stones and doesn't come back.
Nope.
They're like,
And-
what the hell?
Yeah. So and then they see him on a bench
Yeah.
He's like, hey,
like,
look over
a
there.
little while away, and he's super old.
He's old Cap.
He's old
And
chap.
he's like, he just didn't time travel back. He just waited.
Uh-huh.
He
He's
just
like,
lived
hey.
life instead, which
Oh.
I guess that's fine. He did what he wanted.
And he's like, here, got something for you, Falk.
Mm.
Yeah.
Call him
No,
Falk
well,
now.
Bucky and Falcon are both looking at him, and Bucky looks at Falcon and kind of nods.
Yeah. He gives him the
Bucky's
approval.
like, I ain't gonna
because
start
like
doing stuff
he knew
now.
all
yeah.
this was happening. You know, he knew the business.
Yep. So
Mhm.
Falcon goes up to Cap.
Talks to him.
I don't like Falcon's beard, by the way.
That's a little weird.
Anthony Mackie's facial hair
Oh,
is
I
kind of
didn't-
weird.
I didn't notice.
But
If it showed me again, I'd probably be like, what the?
but Cap hands him the shield.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he's like, you're the new Cap now.
Yeah.
Which,
But-
yeah, I mean, people kind of predicted that.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be Bucky.
I thought it was gonna be
Yeah,
Bucky too.
but that would imply he does anything.
That's
This
very
is true.
Yeah.
I mean, if you take that into context, no
Yeah.
one would ever think it would be Bucky because
Yeah.
he does nothing.
You would sooner give it to Clint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
But
Yeah.
Falcon has also played the role of Cap in the comics.
Yeah.
So
uh-huh.
it's cool.
Um,
I'm down for it.
yeah, and that's the end of Captain America.
Yeah.
So I would like to point out,
Yeah.
I accurately predicted
Uh huh.
months in advance,
Uh huh.
millenniums in advance,
Yeah.
that he was gonna go back in time
So-
to dance with Peggy,
Yeah.
and that's what they ended the movie.
Yeah.
And I told this to my girlfriend a bunch of times,
Yeah. Bless you.
Kazoon type. And so after the I'm old scene,
Yeah.
it cuts to like him dancing with Peggy in
Aw,
like the
that's so
fucking
sweet.
40s or 50s, whatever.
Yep.
My girlfriend turns to me and she says, "I fucking hate you." Because I got it right. Because I seem to predict a lot of these Marvel movies a lot correctly.
Yeah.
And I was like, ah.
What do you
So-
think about the decision?
I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
I felt it was the most. Sorry.
No, I agree. It was like the most suitable ending for him.
Yeah, I was about to say. I feel
Live
that
his
it was the
life.
most appropriate outcome.
Yeah.
And like the most fair outcome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
For
agree.
him.
I agree.
I would argue Tony didn't get the fairest outcome in this.
No, not at all.
Well, clearly he's dead.
I mentioned this not on the show, but before, where I don't think he should have died. I think he should have retired.
Well, he did.
I get why.
He
He
retired.
retired for life.
Well, he retired and then he died.
So, because I thought his whole character arc was kind of learning to be humble. In this case,
Yeah.
he did. The ultimate humbleness is like sacrificing himself.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too salty because I'm a super Iron Man fan. I feel like they could have got the point across without killing him off.
I think it needed to be done.
Yeah,
I think it had the biggest impact.
Yeah.
Of anything.
Yeah.
And I think it'll have the most like repercussions.
Yeah, agreed.
And effects.
Yeah,
future
you're right.
movies.
It's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing in the slightest that he killed himself for it.
Yeah.
I was expecting Cap to do it, but
What, to kill him? Ah!
no, let's do the snap. So that's Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
So let me ask a couple questions
Mhm.
regarding the movie. Some complaints, and I want to hear you guys' opinion.
Yes.
Are these
So
your complaints?
One,
or?
no.
Okay.
Some people that I might be associated with. So some folks have said
Yeah.
that the beginning, like maybe the first half,
Yeah.
is like nothing happens and
Yeah.
it's boring.
Oh, your girlfriend. We're gonna call her out.
Shh. She said not for me to call her out.
I know. I'll do it.
Okay.
I see where she's coming from.
Like there
but
was like there was no action, blah blah blah.
it was all just build up. It was all just setting up for the.
That's what I
wrap-ups.
took it as.
Yeah.
Like, and especially like if you look at Infinity War and Endgame, is one long ass fucking
Cinematic experience.
5.5 hour flick, right? Like Thanos, like everything, the snap happened.
Yeah.
Now Thanos is dead, and now it's just like the lull that builds up to the 1.5 like it's like an hour and a half climax.
Mm-hmm. What's important to know is that Infinity War ended with the snap, and no time after it. Very little time.
Yeah, it was like 21 days.
Yeah. Well, I meant like cinematically, like us watching it.
Like maybe
like
10,
10
15 minutes after the snap.
So, in order to
runtime.
No, because they were on the ship. So it was like 20 days in like movie time.
No. I'm talking about us watching the movie.
Yeah.
Like the time, like after the snap.
Okay.
How much of that movie was left?
Oh, well, he was like, I'm a farmer, and then it ended.
Yeah,
right.
pretty much. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
Alright.
saying.
Oh, okay.
So, as an audience, we couldn't really grasp the implications of the snap.
Yeah.
And that's what the beginning of this movie had to do.
Yeah.
Had to set a very somber tone.
Yeah.
What her complaint, like her observation, it's totally valid. Like if you think they took too long to do that, and like the planning stage, you think maybe that took too long.
Yeah.
That's that's subjective.
It was
right?
like an hour.
Yeah.
So
So if you if you thought that was the case, that's fine. The I liked it personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
But we're just like fully invested. I mean, she's actually fully invested.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
saw it. She know the movies and
Yeah.
everything. I just like that tone of it. I didn't really want full blown action.
And plus, like, they just killed Thanos in the first 10 minutes of the movie, and now it's like, now what?
Yeah.
Now they're just chilling, and then like dealing with the aftermath.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, I liked the beginning.
Yeah.
One of the biggest complaints I heard was about the time travel parallel universes thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, did any of those parallel branches stay there, or did they actually end up getting rid of them all? When Cap returned the stones, how did that really work?
So I feel like there were some shenanigans with Loki.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Yeah.
And then like escaping, and then Cap got a new shield, so he stole it from another timeline.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we're not sure if Cap like just naturally rejoined the timeline, because I guess like Peggy's husband is never said. So like it could imply there was like a time loop, like, you know, like it was always meant to be Steve.
We're getting in weird territory.
I know.
Guys.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Zamasu thing, right? Where like for him to go back in time, he had to
Would imply that he has to loop. Like
it was like a time loop, right?
Yep.
So like maybe that was the case.
Yeah.
And he was just like he was always supposed to like go back in time.
Yeah.
So I just watched Austin Powers. Spider Shagged Me
Uh-huh.
the other day, and he time travels in that movie, and he's talking to his like head of the agency thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, how does it work, baby? And and he telling him about time travel. He's like, but if I see myself in time travel, that means that, oh my god, I've gone cross-eyed. And he looks over and he's like, Austin, it's best if you just don't think about it and have fun. And then he looks at the audience and says, you too.
That's pretty much what they did here.
Yeah, that's the response I have for anyone who wants to dissect time travel.
And is how I felt until the Spider-Man trailer came out with Mysterio talking about parallel universes. And I was like, I really hope they don't actually go down this road. And
See, that was the bane of comic books, in my opinion.
Exactly.
And I hope
Yeah.
the
What, the multiverse?
Yeah, because it just makes nothing have any stakes.
Yep.
It
People-
opens things up way too much.
Yeah, and people will be like, okay, which movie is in which universe? Which ones should I care about? Which ones shouldn't I care about?
Yeah, what's the canon?
I think it's
universe?
just like Mysterio lying.
I hope so. I really
but
hope
if
so.
there is a multiverse, and if we see any other Spider-Mans,
Yeah.
it better be Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I will not accept any other person.
That'd be really funny.
Maybe Andrew
It
Garfield.
would be,
Were there
yeah.
any other complaints that?
Another complaint I heard
Yeah.
from some people
Uh-huh.
is that Tony shouldn't have been able to use the stones
Why?
Yeah,
Not-
why?
because
Ashley.
he's a boy. He's a human man.
Well, it killed him.
That's why. So
Yeah.
it's like, but Hulk like was like ah,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So
But I was like, but he
Her-
lived.
her complaint, which I understand,
Mhm.
was that when Hulk got it, he was like, ah, like, he
Yeah,
could
yeah.
hardly talk. He was like, ah, but
Yeah.
Tony was like, I'm Iron Man. Like, you know,
Yeah,
I think he was just like,
I
you know,
think-
dealing with it.
Yeah,
I
he-
think
He wasn't being a bitch.
Accepting his fate, yeah.
the only explanation I have,
Uh-huh.
it was the writers were like, just do it.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
just like,
They want him to be cool. They
Yeah.
want him to have the
Yeah,
line.
this is the last moment. You
Yeah.
know what would have been a really shitty moment if he was like,
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, then he died.
he has to
Yeah.
have the one liner.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no. So from a narrative perspective, he had to. You know, there's no way.
That would have been lame as shit.
Yeah.
This is a bad idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
So
he just needs to be cool.
that's
Like, some people thought it was like, oh, Adam Warlock is gonna come in, use the stones, beat Thanos. I'm like, why would they have 40,000 characters in
Yeah.
this movie? They're not gonna bring another one.
They're gonna
in.
save him for Guardians 3.
Yeah.
I think the next chapter is gonna be.
He's gonna like fight Thor,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
gonna be Blake and gang shit on his girlfriend's opinions of this movie for an hour and a half.
So I kind of have a theory about that. I'll make
Uh-huh.
it quick. So when Thor is with the Guardians at the end of this movie, they're looking for Gamora. That's
yeah.
what it says.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
because he
screen
was
thing.
like searching.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she bounced.
Yeah.
I guess.
So I think in Guardians 3, it is going to involve Adam Warlock
Mm-hmm.
because he is one of the only characters that can go inside the Soul Stone. Him
Mm.
and Doctor Strange are the only two that can. So I feel like they're gonna find him.
But the
They
Soul
can't.
Stone
Soul
doesn't
Stone's
exist.
I know, but some shenanigans gonna happen because
True.
I feel like that's how they're gonna find Gamora. Is gonna
I
have
think
to
they're
do
just
with
gonna use 2014.
I don't know.
I think they just want to keep the whole. It's like an anime
Yeah.
where two characters, like the love interest in an anime where
Yeah.
nothing ever happens, like
Uh-huh.
between two characters, where they have these slight moments of teasing, and then like 24 episodes in, they're like about to have their final kiss, and then
Yeah.
fireworks go off and it ruins it or
Uh-huh,
something.
yeah.
You know, that's what they just did with Guardians.
Kiss and
Yeah.
they were like, "I love you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were like, fuck it. They have to fall in
Yeah.
love again.
Yeah, I was about to
Probably.
say they just have to. I think they're just gonna deal with this.
James
old
Gunn has
Gamora.
a lot to contend with
Yeah.
now.
That's
Now that
true,
he's got
that's
Thor
very
in the
true.
party.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Also, Howard the Duck.
He was in the
Duck was
battle.
in it.
Yeah, I didn't
He was
see
in
him,
it.
but I've been told.
It was pretty great.
I've been told. So, gentlemen,
Yeah.
last final thoughts. Wrap it up
hmm
of what you thought of Avengers Endgame. David, what'd you
Yeah.
think?
So I thought the movie overall was great.
Oh.
There were slight nitpicks. Like I honestly thought the movie wasn't long enough. Like it seemed
Give me
kind-
the 4-hour cinematic
Yeah.
masterpiece I
It
want.
seemed like they were cramming a ton into 3 hours, and it's at
Should
some
there have been
po-
a part 3?
No, I just think the extended edition might be better.
Mm.
Like 3.5 to 4 hours might be better.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
but it was a fantastic movie. I loved every part of it. The only thing I think is it will make future Marvel movies hard to contend with. Like
Absolutely.
yeah, like
Yes.
they did
The
this
bar
like,
is so high.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was like on a galactic scale. Like
Yeah.
these characters were like way over the top. There's so many of them, and now we're just gonna go back to like okay, now like in New York, Spider-Man's doing this, and it's like
Like when Nick Fury was like, "You were in space, bitch."
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Bitch, please. You've been in space.
It has to be in their characters.
yeah,
That's the only. I mean, it's the problem that all Avengers movies have, like the
Yeah.
cinematic, where they're just like, this villain is gonna destroy the world.
yeah,
But you know, like Captain Marvel is
Yep,
out there, like Tony Stark is out there. Like if
Mhm.
things really
Not
got out of
anymore.
hand,
Yeah.
like they're just gonna come in and wreck this dude.
Yeah.
Like, You're gonna tell me fucking God, Homecoming, Vulture.
Vulture.
Vulture's gonna take over
he's
the
like a
world
good
or
guy
something.
now.
Yeah.
You know.
No.
Because like the first Marvel movie in Phase 4, everyone assumes is going to be Black Widow, because that's like
Yeah, we
everyone
don't
knows
have
about
any.
it,
We
yeah?
don't have any timelines for
Yeah.
the Phase 4 movies.
Yeah,
Mm.
the only two that we know are in production are Black Widow and Eternals.
And Black Panther 2.
Oh yeah,
And Guardians 3.
Doctor Strange.
And
Yeah.
Doctor Strange 2.
but those are in the two I mentioned are in like pre-production.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to be first.
Yeah, I see.
So it's going to be weird going from
Where's-
such a big scale to such a small scale.
Where's my X-Men?
know.
I mean,
Yeah,
there has
yeah.
to be one next year, right?
Yeah,
There's usually 2 a year.
yeah.
So, like,
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck is it going to be?
Yeah,
I think
we
there's
don't have
only one
trailers or
more
anything.
this year after Spider-Man, right?
No, there's only Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's probably going to be Black
Yeah,
Widow
we
next,
got it.
probably.
Hmm.
Anyway,
But yeah, that's what I think. It was a great movie, fantastic. I'm interested in the future of the MCU.
Blake.
That was phenomenal.
Uh-huh.
One of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Uh-huh.
I pooped a little. I peed a little. I cried a little.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I laughed a little.
Yep.
Overall, had a great time watching it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man's dead.
Yep.
And so am I. On the inside.
True words.
Colby.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Man, what a great movie. I said this about Infinity War. I'll say about Endgame. Russo brothers were given like an impossible task,
Mm-hmm.
like to bring all these characters together and make a compelling narrative, but they did it, and they nailed it not just once, but twice
Yeah.
in a row.
As an aside, if I'm to interrupt you, I think the Russo brothers are the best Marvel directors
Agreed.
easily.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like
Agreed.
Winter Soldier, Civil War,
Yep.
Infinity War, Endgame.
Who directed Ultron? Do you know?
Josh Whedon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did Avengers 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why they're like, eh.
Thanos. Now we can close him off as officially like the best MCU villain.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, without doubt.
So I love
Josh
smart
Brolin,
villains.
incredible.
I will.
Mhm.
What do you say?
Josh Brolin.
I thought you said Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Incredible.
He's gonna play Galactus in the.
If he's not in the MCU at some point, they're missing out.
Yeah, great villain wrap up.
Mhm.
I'm gonna miss these characters
Me too.
dearly.
Mhm.
Not Black Widow. Who cares? And I'm also excited to see what happens next in the MCU.
Yeah.
Um,
It's gonna be great.
Oh, one thing I will say though, they got rid of their leading dudes, their most charismatic, their leaders.
Yeah.
Captain America and Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to pull something out of their ass to like lead the new
Hugh
Avengers.
Jackman
Yeah.
via the multiverse is the leader of the MCU
Mhm.
as Magneto.
Hey, bub.
I think that they're gonna make Spider-Man charismatically the leader, but I don't think his character will be able
He
to.
can't be the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the face. He's a face,
Yeah,
but he's not
yeah.
a leader. The only person capable, the only two people capable are
Hulk?
Professor Hulk and
Mhm.
Strange.
Yeah.
But Strange can't really lead a group like that because he's kind of busy being the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
got
But he
his
doesn't
hands
have the
full.
time stone anymore, so he's kind of like, what do I protect now?
Yeah, you don't need the time stone. You
Yeah, I
just
know, but
protect
like
the
his
realm.
game goes
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm protecting
Oh,
the
yeah.
time stone.
Yeah.
and
I'm
the
gonna protect this
sanctum."
everything bagel.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think his character would lead anyway.
Yeah, same way. But so that just makes me more curious. I mean,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to bring the Fantastic Four and get fucking Richard Reed in on
I-
this, and then they need to bring in
Yo.
X-Men and bring in fucking Xavier.
No.
So in the Spider-Man trailer, it mentioned something about someone's occupying Avengers Tower. You guys see
Oh,
this?
What?
Someone's occupying Avengers Tower.
I
Now
thought
that,
it
now
was
that
just
Cap and
like,
Stark are gone.
where's this person occupied? I didn't
they
hear that
mentioned
part.
yeah. So someone's
Cool.
moving into Avengers Tower. They said.
I thought
What?
Avengers Tower, like, oh yeah, so like Homecoming,
Uh-huh.
they were moving out of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who moved in?
I think.
Nani?
So I have
Mm.
two theories:
Okay.
Oscorp
Ooh.
oh.
or Fantastic Four.
Well, it wouldn't just.
it would. It, would,
it
it
would
probably
the
would
family,
be.
like their
Yeah.
whole
It would
thing.
either, if they're going the route of we've already established the Fantastic Four
They
as
bought-
like a
well,
thing,
they bought them
like
years
no
ago.
origin. No,
Yeah.
no, like
Yeah, yeah.
not doing their
Oh,
origin.
yeah.
That's one thing to do. The other thing to
Mhm.
do is Doom Corp. I don't know, whatever
Yeah.
his corporation
Yep,
is
yep.
called.
Mhm.
That's a. I didn't even know that. That's
Ah,
sick.
I'll have
I'm
to
gonna
watch
keep
the
my
trailer.
I'll keep my
Yeah.
eye out
Mhm.
for that.
Mm.
Overall, I think we're all in agreement here. The end game, pretty good end.
Yeah.
Game.
Absolutely.
So
good end.
So
movie.
phase 1, 2, and 3, the main overall arcing villain
Yeah.
was Thanos.
Yeah.
I want one-word answers.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the next major Thanos-esque villain?
Mm-hmm.
Colby, don't give me explanations. Who is it?
Can you come back to me?
David,
Galactus.
Blake, Galactus.
I'm trying to think of a funny answer to Galactus.
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, come back to me.
Colby,
Doom.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom.
I
Yeah.
can see that. I can see that happening.
I always thought Doom was more of a threat than Galactus. Oddly enough,
Yeah.
just because. So Galactus, I can't see them
Mm-hmm.
making incredibly compelling because he's a giant Eternal.
Yeah.
Whereas Thanos had that reach of like he could get on the ground and like talk.
Mhm.
Galactus doesn't talk. Galactus is like, all right, I'm gonna consume your planet now.
Yeah.
Like that's and Silver Surfer is like the guy who kind of talks for him.
Yeah.
As Herald.
Mm.
Doom is like the guy who can like invoke a theme.
Yeah.
Right.
He has a Thanos vibe. He's very smart.
Yeah.
He's very calculated.
I don't like
So,
him,
yeah.
but that's just me.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us for this comprehensive spoiler-full review
Yeah, this was fun.
of
Yeah.
Avengers Endgame. If you liked what you see, hit that like, that little heart on SoundCloud.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Please give us a subscribe. We're on the way to 100 subscribers, and we're almost there.
Yeah.
You want
ring,
that URL?
Yeah.
ring the bell.
This video, people are gonna hate us so much, it's gonna be like a snap, and we lose 50 subs.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it.
Yeah. Oh well.
Support our Patreon.
It's
It exists,
up there.
but we're not gonna tell you about it.
Except for right now.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Anything else you guys want to say before we depart? That's it. I thought it was a
That's
Switch
it.
video.
I know.